Hey guys, I'm Megabitzer46 and welcome to Sports Talk. And what am I talking about? Sports, of course? Well, it's because we are having a one hell of a weekend with the All-Star race, the Indy 500, and the Coca-Cola 600. So far, we only had, during practice, we only had two wrecks in the IndyCar series. During practice for the IndyCars. And just saying. Of course, we got, of course, a lot to talk about. So far, we have, so far, we have two wrecks. But now I'm watching the practice for the All-Star race. And we already know Ryan Blaney is already in because of that win he had in Pocono. And again, he also has a win in the Roval, in the Charlotte Roval. And he's got in the Yep, so far he's got 2 wins this season. Chase Elliott, who's always segment runner-up. 3 different segment runner-up several times. But he got in the All-Star race via fan vote 3 times. However, it all changed this year because he got 3 wins in the race last season, beginning with Watkins Glen, which is the same type of racing that his father got his first career win. Dawsonville from Dawsonville, he's got a win, and both of them came in the road course. Both of their wins came on the road course. And then Chase Elliott won at Dover. The one where he tried to win but finished second accomplished, but he gets redemption from. And then at Kansas, of course, he got his 3rd career win. But he don't have to worry because he's already in the All-Star race. I don't have to worry about fan votes. The only ones that are worry about that are, of course, 2 of his teammates, Alex Bowman and William Byron. They had to win the segments of the Open in order to get in the All-Star race. One of the 3 segments. Or get a fan vote win. And yes, Alex Bowman was really close. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. William Byron, they don't usually have a good season, you know. Well, actually he had an average season, you know. But so far only Chase Elliott has win. You know, but so far. But however, right after Chase Elliott got his 2nd win, and before Chase Elliott got his 3rd win of his career, last year, Eric Almirola appeared at the 2015 and 2016 All-Star race by winning at Daytona, which was his first career win, but unfortunately was his rainout win. So he never has a win while running till the fall race. And this what happened to be Eric Almirola. And his best track was, of course, the final restrictor plate race in Talladega, which is, of course, before the new package. Was, of course, before the new package was obviously Talladega. And yes, and he did get a win in 2017 in the Xfinity Series. But this is his second career win, but yet his second super speedway win. Since restrictor plate racing is no more. And yes, and therefore, he's in the All-Star race, thanks to the win at Talladega. So yes, 3 of 4 Stewart-Haas Racing teammates are of course, 3 of 4, with courtesy Clint Bowyer, Kevin Harvick, and Eric Almirola in the Ford class. New driver, on the other hand, Daniel Suarez. Well, he already made it in by winning one of the segments. That includes last season. And in the last time of the All-Star race, he was close to win $1 million and 10 years in the All-Star race. That's what the picture we're missing. It's the All-Star race win where he finished second to Kevin Harvick. Of course, that's where we got. But although we have some, it's one of the crown jewels. But although, aside from the racing, we got 3 different honorary pace car drivers. Well, okay, 2 is the Coca-Cola 600 driver of the pace car is not what I'm looking forward to the least. First, it's R-Truth, WWE superstar and SmackDown Live star. SmackDown Live. And at the Indy 500 is Dale Earnhardt Jr., NASCAR's most popular driver. But yet, he is also one of the broadcast team for the Indy 500 on NBC. And at the Coca-Cola 600 is North Carolina's favorite? Charlotte Flair. Yep, Charlotte Flair, who of course cheats a lot, just like her dad. I mean, of course, like I say, Charlotte Flair. Hey! If you ever touch that button again, I will go to North Carolina, and I will go to Charlotte, and I would find Charlotte Flair, and I would go, of course, disrupt her. But, however, okay, yeah, but for practice for the All-Star race, Austin Dillon, who won the Daytona 500 last season, is in the All-Star race. And he's the first fastest of final practice. Although, we got, a lot. But although at the Indy 500 is one of the crown jewels in Memorial Day. And yes, and And it will be the last time. It will be the final race in the of the regular season because of the shakeup where Daytona's going to begin the season and it's going to end the regular season because the Indianapolis Motor Speedway is going to be part of the 4th of July weekend. It's the 4th of July weekend, and the winner gets to kiss the bricks. But sorry NASCAR, there's no milk for you because that's an IndyCar tradition. And you don't get a wreath also. Yeah, because like I say, you know. But although, after the afternoon race in the Indy 500, now we could get to the Coca-Cola 600, where it is a toughest race ever, you know. Well, not just because it's 600 miles, which is challenging for man and grueling for machine, but also it's because it's Memorial Day, where the drivers get the cars on the front hood, on the front windshield, dedicated to the men and women of the forces who sacrifice their lives to protect this country. The good day of USA. God bless America. Well, I should say that during the 4th of July. So, yeah. Yeah, so far we only have of course, you know, past All-Star race winners. Kyle Busch, Kurt Busch, Joey Logano, Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick, Jimmy Johnson, and Ryan Newman. And yes, Ryan Newman is in because he is the past All-Star winner. Oh, I forgot. The past All-Star winners are automatically locked in. If Suarez had one, then we get all 4 Joe Gibbs racing cars. Oh, sorry. All 4. Okay, yeah. Well, Eric Almirola, Eric Jones is already in because of his win in Daytona. Yes, Eric Jones is also in because of the win in Daytona. But of course, $1 million are on the line. And also, not just that, but if you're not a past All-Star race winner, what's also on the line is, of course, your spot in the All-Star race next season. You're a past All-Star race winner, you're automatically locked in also. But, you know, I like to say, and also your spot at the next All-Star race is on the line, not just $1 million if you haven't won the All-Star race. So far we have All-Star winners, you know? And yes. but like I say, so far we have 2 different winners. Of course, we know. And we know the race at Coca-Cola 600 is Jimmy Johnson's. Never had been Jimmy Johnson's favorite. And with Dale Earnhardt Jr., who is going to be driving the pace car, this is not one of his favorites also. Like in 2011, he came close to winning the 600 until he ran out of gas at the final lap, at the final turn, he ran out of gas, and Kevin Harvick got the win, and that's where he came from. Yeah, sadly. Yeah, because of caution after caution after caution. And then the last one, no changes, no fuel, no tires, no nothing. Just, you had to give it your all until you're out of gas. And we have Kyle Busch, who thought he was going to win, but then he started to realize he was trying to. Then he started to realize he's in second, and Austin Dillon had won the race, and he's the crown jewel winner. And this was his first career win. That got him in the All-Star race last season. Luckily, but, Kyle Busch, on the other hand, has got the win since Kevin Harvick's Mayday has turned into Harvick Mayday. Harvick Mayday. Like, Mayday, Mayday, I'm going down. On the other hand, it's just, there's the other hand, just saying. I'm just saying, of course, Kyle Busch has conquered all tracks. All the racetracks. He's got the win. He's got the win in every single track. But not every single racing cup. Because there's one thing that Kyle Busch has not got a win yet. Has not won yet. Is the Daytona 500. Even though he was going to compete in the Daytona 500 until the injury in the Xfinity race, which cost Kyle Busch not just the shot at Daytona 500, but also nearly cost him his career. Yeah, and he broke both of his legs. Yep, we don't have to worry about it. But, yep. But yet, yes, the track at Charlotte Motor Speedway is at Concord, North Carolina. Well, I gotta find Concord because all I know is that the map is Greensboro and Charlotte and Wilkesboro, and that's it. But I don't know much about Concord. Yeah. I tell you, if Tyler Reddick would have gotten the win, then he would be a surprise. He would be a surprise for the he would be a surprise to get in the All-Star race. But okay, yeah, so we got a fan vote so far. It looks like Alex Bowman has got the lead because of his performance. But at the Open, Kyle Larson. Well, we got Kyle Larson, who hadn't gotten a win last season. And we got a Matt Tiff, who struggled the whole season. It's the third fastest at the Open. And Daniel Hemrick is the fastest at the Open. Racing for Richard Childress in the 8. The same number that Dale Earnhardt Jr. used to drive before joining Hendrick and before going to the 88. And we got Michael McDowell in the 34 Ford, who is second. And we got Ty Dillon, who's got 2 stage wins. in fifth, the fifth fastest. Recently, he's got 2 stage wins. And that's what I'm saying, it's the All-Star race. Well, But so far, Chevrolet has got stronger horsepower at Kansas. Not just because after Chase Elliott winning at Talladega, but also Chevy are now the fastest team ever. I mean, you got Alex Bowman. You got you had Alex Bowman, and you had, of course, Jimmy Johnson. Well, unfortunately, he was 10th. He was 10 laps down. So, and then it gets worse at Dover. But although for him, but the best for the young guns. Alex Bowman second, Chase Elliott for the top 5, and William Byron rounded with the top 10. But then Jimmy Johnson improved significantly with, of course, finishing 6th, a lap after Chase Elliott, and Alex Bowman, who finished second for the 3rd time. And for the 3rd time, he finished second. But we have Kyle Larson, Kurt Busch, and 2 surprises last week, despite of Penske, with Brad Keselowski winning. Daniel Hemrick. Tyler Reddick. Hell of a performance from him. Hell of a performance. He's got his first top 10. Okay, yeah, Daniel Hemrick too, yeah. But Chris Buescher has rounded out the top 10. The guy who was the 2015 Xfinity champion. And who's got a win at the underfunded team, Furniture Row, who's now transitioned into Chevrolet. Who had transitioned into Chevrolet. At the next season with JTG Daughtery. Although we do have some bad news. Kevin Harvick's going to the rear of the field for tomorrow's race. And yes, no points are on the line. The ones that are is of course $1 million and in a secure spot with a win in the All-Star race to compete in the All-Star race for the rest of your career. So yeah, Ryan Newman so far is going to be going. Well, he's in the All-Star race with his 2002 win, which was his rookie season. Well, Jimmy Johnson already has a win at at the Auto Club, and he's already in the All-Star race. Because sometimes you could have a shot in there. Now, sometimes you gotta compete in the open, and yet you gotta win. You had to be in top 5, but before top 5, before segments, you had to be in the top 2, at the top 5, and you're in. And you are in. And of course, the only 2 rookies that have gotten a win so far are, of course, Dale Earnhardt Jr. in 2000, and Ryan Newman in 2002. Okay, guys, that's going to do about it for sports talk. Oh, wait, I forgot to mention, the Indy cars, sometimes it's a wonderful thing to win. To win both the Indy 500 and the championship after your Indy 500 win. That's so far great. But sadly, it is also time to discuss you can't have success without tragedy. So far, there were 4 IndyCar drivers. 4 IndyCar drivers who won the Indy 500. And then your momentum, your success, and your triumph has ended up turned into tragedy. And so far at 2011, Dan Weldon, who was a 2005 IndyCar winner, who had, 2006? Yeah, he won the championship in 2005. He won a championship in 2006. He won the Indy 500 in 2005. Yeah, and then weeks later, at the final race at Las Vegas, he was involved in the an 11-car pileup in Las Vegas, and then he was launched to a wall, and he hit his body at the back of the pole of the fence. So, and then unfortunately, it was the toughest tragedy ever. I was had to say that this was a toughest tragedy to witness that I ever had witnessed. And of course, we get to Dario Franchitti, who was a 4-time champion. And even though the 4th championship claim, it was not in a celebratory mood after what happened to Dan Weldon. But although he did win the All-Star race in 2012, he dedicated this win to Dan Weldon, who was the winner last season, but unfortunately he was already gone. But Dario Franchitti's career was, and although there's a horrendous a horrendous crash, but the positivity, he walked away, he escaped death. But unfortunately, of the negativity, his career came to an end. Yeah, that's really tragic, Well, even though, or dramatic, because, that was sad, because he's already gone. We already had Dan Weldon, he was gone, and the other 3 who won the Indy 500 are also gone. Who died in the same year. But other than that, I'm looking forward to see who won the Indy 500. Although, okay, folks, now this is the end of Sports Talk. So just want to say, folks, have a happy All-Star race tomorrow, and have a tremendous Memorial Day, and enjoy the race of Indianapolis or Charlotte Motor Speedway, or both. Or both if you're not on schedule. Remember, fight, fight, fight. Race, race, race. Pace, pace, pace. And win, win, win. And $1,000,000, $1,000,000, $1,000,000.